ridden by Barry Murphy. 2, Must Have a Swig, ridden by Adrian Maguire. 3 is the old man, 12-year-old Panto Prince, ridden by Brendan Powell. 5, Viridian, ridden by Hugh Davis, who's ridden 20 winners here at Worcester in the last 5 years. And 6 is Slippery Max, on which Mick Fitzgerald puts up £2 overweight. Here's how they bet.
It's another very cat and mouse market, and Must Have a Swig is favoured at 7-4 from 2-1. Brandison easy to back out to 11-4, and it's 7-2 Panto Prince, 9-2 Viridian, and 20-1, the only one to have run, but out of the handicap, Slippery Max.
And 15 fences to be jumped this time. Stepping on in the early stages too, Panto Prince lands in the lead from Slippery Max and Brandiston. Must Have a Swig and Viridian the back marker. Over the second, Panto Prince lands in the lead from Slippery Max and Brandiston and Must Have a Swig. And then Viridian, who didn't jump that too well, just a little bit sticky at that one, getting reminders now from Hugh Davis. And he's, look as though he's trying to drop himself out, that Viridian. He's well behind the other quartet at the moment. And Slippery Max going on now from Panto Prince. A gap then of about 5 to Brandiston, who's a couple to 3 lengths up on Must Have a Swig, and a gap then of 10 to Viridian as they swing round into what will be the home turn next time, and they're about to face up to the first of the open ditches, which are numbers 3, 8 and 12. Slippery Max comes to it, this ditch, with Panto Prince. Panto on the near side, Slippery Max, the sheepskin nose band on the far side. Then Brandiston and Must Have a Swig over the fourth. Panto back in a clear lead now as they race to the next. Panto from Slippery Max and Brandiston and Must Have a Swig. Over the fifth, Panto Prince, what a jump there by the old horse too. Viridian just jumping that one. Coming down to the fence, it'll be the last on the next circuit in this Bass Special Handicap Chase, number 6 this time. Panto Prince and Brendan Powell from Slippery Max and Brandiston getting closer. Must Have a Swig and Viridian, who went through the top of that one. Bunching up front now as they come up past the winning post with another complete circuit. And Panto Prince, the leader, from Brandiston now a close second. Slippery Max third, 4 Must Have a Swig. And 5 and last is Viridian. Panto Prince, winner of 23 of his 75 races, and placed in no less than 50 of his 75 races. Leading Brandiston as they make the bottom turn and race towards another plain fence in the backstretch. Panto Prince at number 7 from Brandiston. Slippery Max on the inside, the right of the picture. Must Have a Swig next. Panto screwed a little bit at that one. Second of the ditches now. Panto Prince over that ditch beautifully. Slippery Max back in second. Must Have a Swig third, and 4 Brandiston. Over the water, Panto, Slippery Max and Must Have a Swig and Brandiston. Then Viridian. Viridian getting a little bit closer now, just beginning to take an interest under Hugh Davis now. The 10th, Panto Prince from Must Have a Swig and Slippery Max. Brandiston and Viridian. 5 from home. Panto Prince and Brendan Powell from Adrian Maguire and Must Have a Swig. Then Slippery Max, Brandiston and Viridian. Beginning this left-hand swing, Brendan Powell looking for the better ground towards the outside. Adrian Maguire sticking to the shortest way on the inner on Must Have a Swig. Then Slippery Max back in third for Brandiston. Racing now towards the final open ditch. 4 from home. And still Panto Prince by 3 to 4 lengths from Must Have a Swig, who's got a 6 to 8 length advantage over Slippery Max. They've got just half a mile to run now and 4 fences left to jump, with the next being an open ditch, and Brendan Powell still looking for the better ground towards the stand side on old Panto Prince as he comes to jump it. 1, 2, 3 probably lengths clear of Must Have a Swig, the grey, over on the far side. Panto Prince coming down towards the third last now. Jumps it 3 lengths clear of Must Have a Swig. Coming to the second last now, Panto Prince. Viridian has been pulled up. This is the second last fence. Panto Prince from Must Have a Swig. Panto Prince by 3 lengths from Must Have a Swig. Coming down to the final fence now. The 12-year-old Panto Prince and the 7-year-old Must Have a Swig as they come to the final fence. Brendan Powell on the inside. Lands a length and a half to 2 lengths clear of Must Have a Swig. It's Panto Prince from Must Have a Swig as they race into the closing stages. Panto Prince from Must Have a Swig. He's getting tired, the leader, but he's going to hold them all. And as they come to the line, 12-year-old Panto Prince, the senior runner, wins his 24th race and wins it well. Must Have a Swig is second. You've got to look a long way back then to Slippery Max, who's just going to hold Brandeston as they come up towards the line. Having run a pretty good race, Slippery Max just holding Brandeston. Oh, only just. Yes, he's just held him for third place. Brandeston 4, Viridian pulled up, and so the official result of the best special handicap chase. First, number 3, Panto Prince, owned by Mrs. L.M. Warren, trained by Chris Popham and ridden by Brendan Powell. Second, number 2, Must Have a Swig, owned by PRD Fasteners Limited, trained by David Nicholson and ridden by Adrian Maguire. And third, number 6, Slippery Max, owned by Mr. P.M. Clark, trained by Rod Jukes and ridden by Mick Fitzgerald, force number 1, Brandeston.
And Panto Prince has won his 24th race, the 255 at Worcester, at 3-1. Second, number 2, Must Have a Swig, 2-1 favourite. And third, number 6, Slippery Max, 20-1. Non-runner 4 and 5 rounds.